Hey, IronPigs fans, Mike Ventola with you, and always a fun time, especially as we're getting closer now to baseball. Opening day at Coca-Cola Park is scheduled for Tuesday, April 6th. And, because baseball started, why not kind of get a touch of what Clearwater is all about? Philly spring training. I'm happy to have Phillies prospect Darick Hall here with me. And Darick, first and foremost, how's everything going? And secondly, how was your offseason?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm just super excited to be back. It was the longest off season I've had ever, but it was very good. I went down, played a month in Mexico, got to do a lot of training. Really got to focus on some things that I needed to, and just to try to make myself better. And got to really get the body right too. Like, it was a long time to work out, just focus on your nutrition and weight training and stuff. And I finished school. Ended up getting my degree in December. But other than that, it was awesome. Got engaged. So there was a lot of good things that happened, even though baseball wasn't as quite of a thing in 2020.
No, I got you. But yeah, congratulations on your engagement. I saw the social media post and whatnot, which is awesome. Which is awesome, man. And
Oh, thank you.
of course, and definitely maybe asking a little bit later on about your journey down there in Mexico. So, but you're down in Clearwater. You're down at the complex. You're getting prepped for this upcoming season. So, how is it so far? And I know that there's normally this time of year, Philly fans would be flooding spring training, looking for autographs and all that good stuff. But what's the atmosphere been like, knowing that there's really not too much fanfare going on?
Well, the energy's there with the players, but it is different without the fans. It's different without the people that want to see you, signing balls, signing, papers, signing bats, and that's something we certainly miss, but everybody's just so excited to be playing, getting ready to go for the season, getting ready to go in some games, that the energy is there. And we're excited to have the fans that we're able to get, during the games. But I think I speak for all of us when I say we can't be happy enough that we're actually starting to play again.
Yeah, I'm sure, just to be on the field, be around your teammates, and of course, guys that have played with for years, or getting a chance to meet guys, for the first time, of course, whenever a team brings on some new faces. So I'm sure getting, the opportunity to work with a lot of those guys. But just want to ask you one more question, because I'm going to throw some rapid fire questions your way too. So, normally too, if things were normal, you'd be getting a chance to go out into Clearwater. Maybe, I know you guys are usually up at very early working out, a lot of day workouts. And then, some guys, when they get home at night, they just kind of want to chill out. But I'm sure, like, when things were normal, were there aspects of Clearwater, whether it was going to get a bite to eat or going down to the beach, was there something that maybe you were allowed to do beforehand and that you can't now, that you kind of miss a little bit?
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of food here that we enjoy, and we really are kind of supposed to just kind of go pick it up, bring it back to the place, not really try to venture out too much. I think as long as you're together and away from as many people as you can be, it's okay. So like the beach is something that you can still do. And being in Florida, you're enjoying the weather, and usually enjoy the baseball fans and everything. So it's still same Clearwater, everything that we enjoy. It's just we're not able to fully do what we normally do. But we're still enjoying it, and honestly, we're getting to spend a lot of time with people in our house. We basically do everything together. We're at the park together, we eat together. It's kind of like the season, but in spring training versus when it's normal. People kind of mingle and do whatever they want, or and then everybody will come back to the house whenever they want. So it's that's pretty cool, just being able to hang out with everybody.
It's awesome, man. So I'm glad you get a chance to at least, hang out with some guys. I know before we started this, that you're with a couple of your teammates right now, which is
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
To spend some time with those guys. And but I know Iron Pigs fans, they kind of want to know a little bit more about you, but also too some stuff maybe about um, Clearwater and things of that nature. So I got some rapid fire questions, a little bit of mix of everything. It's kind of like spring training stuff, but also, you and I, we go back to when I was, with you in Reading. So I know some, kind of just some stuff that you like to enjoy, but also some fun stuff too. So kind of keep it light. So here we go. Uh,
Yep.
You can take your time, but they are rapid fire. So hopefully, first answer comes to mind. We'll start off with a very easy one. What's your favorite thing about spring training?
I think the energy
Mhm.
that you feel when you come to the park. Everything, it's a clean slate. You hadn't played for a while. You get to be around the boys, you get to be around the fans, the game, and it always makes you feel like a kid. Every time you go to the park, it's the feeling of freshness. We're getting ready to go. It's going to be a completely different adventure. The story is going to be completely different than the year before, and I think that's something that we all really look forward to and like.
Are you a morning or a night person?
Morning, and I wouldn't have said that maybe 3 years ago, but I think I just getting a little bit older now. But I'd say last 3 years morning.
I know the feeling. I used to be a night owl, but definitely now
Hmm.
more of a morning person. I know you do both. Do you prefer to fish or do you prefer to golf?
Fish, but I've really golf has really grown on me.
Mhm.
um and the problem is, it's like I feel like when I get better at golf, I'm still not good. That makes sense. It's like I might get better at something,
Yep.
but I still don't get my scores don't get any lower, and it's that's what kind of keeps me playing golf. That's the challenge. But fishing's something I've enjoyed forever, and I love to fish tournaments when I'm at home, and that's something too. When we come to Clearwater, that I didn't mention earlier, is the fishing here is awesome. You can go out in the flats and catch redfish, catch snook, you catch the trout, you catch everything. There's bass here, and that's something we get the boys together and do too.
To go along with that too, because I was hoping that you were going to elaborate on the fishing, and you took the bait, no pun intended. What's the biggest fish that you've ever caught?
Okay, so in 2015, um, I believe it was March, I hooked into a 30-pound flathead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, flathead catfish, and I was bass fishing. So obviously in bass fish, the pole's not crazy big, but I felt a bite, felt normal, everything felt normal. Set the hook, and it just started pulling the boat. Like I'd never seen anything like this. Like I just had the pole up against my tip, and it just starts pulling the boat like it was like in the ocean. And it probably took me about 10 minutes to get in, but it filled the whole live well up when we put it in there. Like it was incredible. I might have to shoot you a picture of that.
Oh please, no, please do. Yeah, that would be
Oh
great.
yeah.
We could, maybe we'll get a chance to showcase, show our fans, how big of a fish that you got. Do you get? Have you ever had a chance to? Did you get a chance to keep it, or do you have to throw it in? Because I know that depending on where you go, sometimes you have to throw the fish back, or you're allowed to keep it.
No, so we actually gave it away. We brought it in, and we were so impressed with the fish because I didn't know there was even flatheads like that lake, and some people really enjoy them, and because usually the bigger ones don't taste as good, but some people will go for them, and we actually gave it away in the marina. Um, yeah, and that was because catfish are, in a way, they're kind of a nuisance in that lake. There's so many of them. It's crazy. Like I don't even think there's a limit to how many you can take there.
Now, when it comes to fishing, where is normally the best spot to go catch fish? Whether it's at a lake or at a river. Where, if you're telling folks this is where the type of body of water, what's the best body of water to go catch a fish?
Well, if you're looking for numbers, you can never go wrong with a pond that's not too pressured.
Okay.
Like say you know a secret little honey hole that very few people know about. That's going to be like where you're going to catch your numbers. Now the lakes are where you catch like your bigger fish. And you run into fishermen. There's some guys that like catch big fish. Some guys catch a lot of fish. I know in Pennsylvania, there's a lot of those secret little honey holes, like the rivers and stuff. Like I remember in Reading, the river running right through town was full of smallmouth,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a big lake there too on the north side of town that had really good largemouth in it. It was a lot of fun. Me and Henry and Cornelius would go almost every off day and go fishing somewhere.
Well, when you get to Coca-Cola Park this season, when you come up to Allentown, you have to take a venture out. There's some spots around the area, but also too even the Delaware. I mean, even I know a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of people who go fishing out into the Delaware, and they've had success out that way. I'm not sure if your roommates are still there with you, but who is the funniest teammate that's currently with you down in spring training?
Well, you put me in a bind there.
I know I did, because I know they're there. So
Hmm, let's see. I'm looking at Mickey right here. He's looking. He's looking.
I was about to say,
I'd have to say Luke,
okay.
even though Mickey's gonna, probably wrestle me after this.
I was about to say,
But Luke could crack me up.
when this interview is done, Mickey's gonna, take you to task on it.
He's gonna take me out right now.
When you guys were allowed to go out and whatnot, I know it's like it's a Clearwater tradition over the years. I'm not even sure if you were able to go in person just because you guys always had to go to the ballpark so early. But if you were ever to go to Lenny's, what would a go-to breakfast at Lenny's would be like, whether you were there in person or if you ever had to pick up breakfast over the years at Lenny's?
I like the gator omelet.
Okay.
That's kind of like something that it's definitely a little wild for me because I've never been around gator or anything, but it's pretty good. And then one of my favorite things there's the bread basket. There's a basket of like that you get. You as soon as you walk in, you get your drinks and you get that basket full of treats, and that is awesome. And I actually stayed in the Magnuson 2 years, so we ate Lenny's quite a bit. Even when we were at the other hotels, we always ate Lenny's, and that's really Lenny, or that's just a Philly tradition too. That, and we would eat even when we weren't eating the restaurant. Lenny's would open up to us and let us eat in there. When we had our dinners at night. And that was very much a part of the traditional Philly way.
Can't beat that. Anything that's traditionally Philly way. I mean, that's fun.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely super good. So, but if with this being an Iron Pigs forum, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you an Iron Pigs type question. So, with going along with breakfast, when it comes to bacon, how do you like your bacon cooked? Or you're the extra crispy kind of guy, or do you like things a little bit, on the softer side?
I don't want to be the middle guy here, but I definitely don't like it really soft.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say err on the softer, but like enough crisp side, right? Like if it's too crispy, it's like, no, not for me. Now, if it's cooked, I can eat it like that, but man, all bacon is it's good.
Right. Yeah, of course, can't stay with bacon. Look,
I'm like a garbage disposal. You put it in front of me, it's gonna get ate. Like you could attest to my teammates for that. I eat everything.
Well, it's funny. I know, for Mickey and for Luke, I know they were at Coca-Cola Park this past summer. But when you guys venture back up, hopefully this season at some point, you guys will get an opportunity to get chocolate-covered bacon. I'll make sure that you guys get chocolate-covered bacon sent out your way. So don't. It sounds weird, but
stay left, Mikey. Stay left.
It's A plus. Man. It's A plus. One final question here. Whenever you guys do come up north, what are you looking forward to most? When you finally leave, the friendly confines of Clearwater to head up north, what are you looking forward to most?
Like I said, we feel that passion with the fans here, but it's like when you go to play, whatever affiliate you're with, from the big leagues down, it's like we're there to win, and the fans, I think, want that too. And I think we go from getting ready to like ready to win. And we want to give the fans that, and I think that's something that we expect, and I think they expect. And that's kind of the difference in mentality when we go up north. It's like we get to see different people, obviously. And that's when all the adventure truly starts. And it's like we're there to win. We're there to play in front of people that support us and want us to win. And I think that's really the difference between here and there. Here is kind of the feeling of, hey, we're watching some baseball, like these guys are getting ready to like, hey, let's see these guys win.
Absolutely. So that's it. Those are the rapid fire questions. Appreciate it, man. It was good to hear some of those responses. Folks, we're excited to have Darick here with us. And Darick, before let you go, just want to thank you for joining me. And I know like you said, you're excited to get back up north, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see each other in person, hopefully sooner rather than later. So be well and continue all the great work you're doing down in Clearwater.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Mikey.
All right, Iron Pigs fans, that's Phillies prospect Darick Hall. Thanks for watching.